And really, as we pick up with Steve Rogers and also the Human Torch, it's these two guys who have fought in the war before, realizing that sooner or later another war is coming. But the problem is, most of the Ultimates are not truly ready for that war that is coming. Now, for Steve Rogers, we already know the man fought in World War II. Matter of fact, the same thing for the Human Torch. Now, this is not Johnny Storm. This is the android Human Torch who fought alongside with Steve Rogers back in World War II. Matter of fact, this guy right here was the one who killed off Hitler in this timeline. As we all know, when it came to the Maker, when he had arrived in this reality, he made sure that certain people could not play a part in this reality, like the Human Torch. He made sure the android was locked away until he was freed by Steve Rogers and the rest of the Ultimates. Now, for the public, they know about the Ultimates. The problem is the public hates the Ultimates with a flaming passion. Now, really, this was done by the Makers Council. They were able to paint this picture saying like, hey guys, listen, these are the Ultimates. They are a terrorist group who are attacking us in different types of ways. And also, they're being led by Tony Stark. Now, that is a real problem right there because for Tony Stark, he's also hated by the public for what happened a year ago at Stark Tower when it blew up and killed a bunch of people. Now, technically, he's innocent, but to the public, they don't know that. To the public, they believe he was the one who blew up Stark Tower, killing all those people. Now, in reality, it was the Makers Council. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up right now, because we see Matt Murdock on TV. And with Matt Murdock being on TV, we get reminded that he is a priest. Now, we see him giving a speech right now talking about, well, the Ultimates. Now, he believes in the lies about the Ultimates being a terrorist group. But when it comes to his speech, he is talking about, well, Stark Tower Memorial, because it has been 1 year since Stark Tower had blown up, killing all those people in that area. But it's also Matt Murdock asking the public to forgive the Ultimates. But while you have Matt Murdock giving out that speech at the memorial, we do see that Hank Pym and also the Wasp are there as well. Now, the reason why those two characters are there right now is to pay their respect to the people who died 1 year ago, but also the people who had died when they had their battles against the Makers Council. Innocent lives were lost because of those battles. Now, we also learned that for Ant-Man and the Wasp, they have not been able to sleep. And the reason why? Because of what happened to Tony Stark. They lost their leader, but also because, again, innocent lives were lost. And so you have these two characters trying to be the support for one another to hopefully move on and continue to be Ant-Man and the Wasp for the Ultimates. But now we can shift our focus over to Hawkeye. Now, for Hawkeye, we see him being able to break into a Oscorp Defense warehouse building where you have Hawkeye going out of his way to blow up all the different equipment in that building that was going to be used for a secret war. Now, we get told here that the secret war is what's happening right now over in Wakanda with the Black Panther and him fighting against the Moon Knights. Either way, you do have Hawkeye being able to blow up all the different equipment in that warehouse and then leave. But now we have to jump over to Guatemala. Now, when we do, we pick up with a group of protesters who are going out of their way to protest about the idea of bringing back democracy into their country. Unfortunately, they are then confronted by the police force in their country. Now, luckily for the protesters, they are saved at the very last second by America Chavez. And you have America being able to use her powers to get rid of the entire police force in that area as a way to protect the protesters. Now, for America, she also tells them that she believes there is a possibility to bring in a better world for this reality. But then she leaves. Now, we still have no idea what is the actual origin for America just yet, but sooner or later, we're going to learn her actual origin. Now, you also have Marvel kind of teasing the idea that we're going to see a war happen in Asgard very soon. And the reason why I'm saying that because you have Thor and also Lady Sif leave the Ultimates to go across the nine realms to be able to build up an army to fight against All-Father Loki, not All-Father Odin. But again, it does seem like we're getting a war very soon in the Ultimate Marvel universe when it comes to Asgard. The ending of the book is really more of us seeing She-Hulk just manhandling Doctor Doom, of course being Reed Richards of this reality, but you have She-Hulk demanding that she go back to her island with her people. But it's Doctor Doom telling her, listen, the Hulk is still looking for us. If you go back to your island that he's currently watching over at the moment, he'll take you in and torture you until he is able to get all the information he wants out of your mind about us and our base. And we can't have that. And so, unfortunately for She-Hulk, she is not allowed to go back home. But you do have Doctor Doom tell her, hey, listen, I can most likely tap into the security system on the island so that you are at least able to watch over your people, but that'll probably be it for you. And so the book kind of ends on that note with Doctor Doom and also She-Hulk just looking at Tony Stark, who's still alive but currently being held inside some kind of container to hopefully heal his body up. But either way, this is where we're going to end today's comic book video.